Section 9.9, Equation of Circles. Objective, students will successfully write and use the equation of a circle in the coordinate plane. Standard equation of a circle. In general, an equation for a circle with center at hk and radius of r units is quantity x minus h squared plus quantity y minus k squared equals r squared. So let's start with an example. What is the center and radius of the following circle? So we have x minus 3 quantity squared plus y minus 4 quantity squared equals 25. So we're going to take that equation and compare it to our general equation. Okay, so we want to look at where our h and k are at, because that's our center. So our center, our h lines up with our 3, and notice the signs after the x, both x's in both equations, the one that's filled in and the general form, are the same sign. So we take out the 3. Okay, so our center is going to be 3, and then in the y bracket, the 4 is positive, but we have minus k. So we have to think to ourselves, what can turn a minus into a plus? So that would be a negative 4. So negative 4 is our center. So 3, negative 4 is the total point for the center. Now for our radius, our r squared lines up with 25. So r squared is 25. But now we have to work backwards, and you can do this in your head. What's the square root of 25? Okay, so the radius is 5. We want to graph the circle with center at 0, 0 and a radius of 4. So first thing that we do is plot the center of the circle at 0, 0. Next, we are going to need to do the radius, and we're going to count, I call it north, south, east, west. So we're going to count 4 right and put a point. We're going to count 4 up and put a point. We're going to count 4 left and put a point. And we're going to count 4 down and put a point. Now that we have all of those points, we need to turn them into a circle. So I always say cross your fingers and do the best that you can and draw in your circle. Okay, let's try another example of that. We want to graph the circle with center at 2, 1 and the radius of 9. So we want to go over 2 and up 1 for our center. We're going to count 9 left, 9 up, 9 right, and 9 down. Again, cross your fingers and do your best. Try to make it circular. If it's a little funky, it's okay, but a lot of funky, not okay. We don't want it to look like a square. Okay, so if I give you a graph and I say, okay, what is the equation of this circle, you have to work backwards. First thing you're going to ask yourself is, what is the center? So look at your graph and find your center, and it's at 3 right and 1 up, so our ordered pair of the center is 3, 1. We now need our radius, and we go from our center to a point. I either go right, left, up, or down, and it doesn't matter which way you go, but there's already a point on the graph, so we're going to go up to that one. Count how far that is from the center, and that right now is 4 away, so your radius is 4. Now we're going to plug into our general equation, and we need to first figure out what h, k, and r are. H, we need to look at our center point, which is 3. Our k, we need to look at our center point, and this is our y value of the center point, so 1, and r is 4. So we're going to plug in those values. Okay. The only thing we need to do inside the parentheses is simplify if we have minus a negative, we need to simplify and turn it into a plus. If there is no simplifying, we just leave it alone. For the r, we need to take and clean that up, so we have 4 squared, which is going to be 16. So our final equation is x minus 3 quantity squared plus y minus 1 quantity squared equals 16. Your homework is equations of circles.